Hello friends, welcome to our online course. In continuation of my previous lecture about electrochemical machining, today we will discuss about electrochemical grinding. Electrochemical grinding, it is quite similar to the electrochemical machining as per the name. It is a metal removal process which is nothing but it is a combination of grinding process and electrochemical process. You can say it is a hybrid electrochemical process. In this technique, it utilizes a negatively charged abrasive grinding wheel, electrolyte solution, and a positively charged workpiece. As I have shown in this figure, you can see grinding wheel is there, electrolyte also is there, and workpiece is there. The process is similar to the electrochemical machining, except that cathode is a specially constructed grinding wheel instead of the cathodic shaped tool like the counter to be machined by electrochemical machining. The insulating abrasive material, that is diamond or aluminum oxide of the grinding wheel, we have to set in a conductive bonding material. In this technique, the non-conductive abrasive particles acts as a spacer between the wheel conductive bond and the anodic workpiece. Depend on the grain size of this particle, a constant inter-electrode gap, that is a IEG, you can maintain in between 0.25 mm or less than, through which the electrolyte is flushed can be maintained. So we have to flush out the electrolyte in between that gap. The abrasive particles continuously move the machining product from the working areas. So in this machining system, the wheel is continuously rotating cathodic tool with abrasive particles, uh, 60 to 320 grid number on its periphery only, and electrolyte flow, that is NaNO3, we have to provide for the electro uh, ECD purpose, and the wheel rotates at a surface speed of 20 to 35 meter per second, while current rate you have to maintain in between 50 to 300 ampere. So this is about the basic working principle of our electrochemical grinding. Okay, let us move for the electrochemical machining system. Okay, so when uh, gap of voltage 4 to 40 volts when applied between the cathodic grinding wheel and anodic wheel, anodic workpiece, a current density of about 120 to 240 ampere per centimeter square is created, and the current density depends on the material being machined, the gap width, and the applied voltage. The material is mainly removed by the ECD, and while the mechanical abrasives of the abrasive grids accounts for an additional 5 to 10% of the total material removal. So removal rates by electrochemical grinding are 4 times faster than by the conventional grinding, and electrochemical grinding always produces burr-free parts that are unstressed. The volumetric removal rate, VRR, is typically you will get up to 1600 cubic per minute. Okay, so this is a volumetric removal rate will get from this electrochemical grinding. Okay, now this electrochemical grinding, as we know that it is a hybrid machining process, okay, that combines the material, mechanical abrasive material, and uh, electrochemical dissolution. Okay, electrochemical dissolution, the machining rate increases many times. Surface layer properties also improved, while tool wear and energy consumption will get reduced. Okay, uh, now if you see the figure, I have shown that introduction of of mechanical abrasive by rotating conductive abrasive wheel, okay, and which enhance the electrochemical dissolution process, and the work of the abrasive grains performs the mechanical depolarization by abrading the possible insoluble films, okay, from the anodic workpiece surface, and such films are especially formed in case of the alloys of many metal and cemented carbide. A specific purpose of the abrasive grains is to depassivate mechanically workpiece surface. In the machining zone, in the machining zone, there is an area of simultaneous electrochemical dissolution and mechanical abrasion of the workpiece surface, where the gap width is very less, the height of the grain parts which are projecting over the binder. Uh, Another area of pure electrochemical removal, where the abrasive grains do not touch the workpiece, exist at the entry and exit sides of the wheel. Now, to increase the performance of uh, electrochemical grinding process result from the interaction between mechanical abrasive and electrochemical dissolution and changes in a surface layer properties of material in a machining area. The increasing longitudinal feed rate and wheel speed and a decrease in voltage result will get smaller gap width and consequently increase in the mechanical abrasive contribution to the EMRR process. Okay, so by decreasing feed rate, which is followed by the considerable reduction in the cutting process and down to the values near to zero at the uh, transition to the pure electrochemical dissolution. So this is about the machining component. So for electrochemical grinding, so we require the electrochemical dissolution phase as well as mechanical abrasive phase also. Now, uh, machining condition at which the mechanical abrasive disappears, it is depend on the electrical parameter, electrochemical machinability of the material uh, in the given electrode, and the grinding wheel features especially grain size and height also. So generally, slow speed rates produces large overcut and poor surface and width tolerance, while excessive will wear occur as a result of a feed rate that is too fast. Okay. Now we will this about the discussion on the material removal during this process. Okay, now we'll discuss about the accuracy and surface quality also. So traditional grinding removal metal by abrasive, which leaving tolerance about plus minus 0.003 mm and creating the heat and traces that make grinding thin stock very difficult. Okay, so but in electrochemical grinding, however, production of tolerances around plus minus 0.025 mm, it is easily obtainable. Okay, under special circumstances, a tolerance of plus minus 0.008 can be achieved. Okay, and the ability to hold the closer tolerance, it's depend upon the current, electrolyte flow, feed rate, and metallurgy properties of the workpiece itself. Okay, so accuracies achieved are usually around plus minus 0.125 mm, and the final cut it is usually done mostly by the grinding action to produce a good surface finish and closer dimensional tolerances also. So it is recommended that the lower voltage be used for closer tolerances, okay, and for reduction in overcut, sharp edges, and bright surface finish also. Electrochemical grinding can grind thin material of 1.02 mm, which is normally wrapped by the heat and pressure of the conventional grinding, thus making closer tolerance it is difficult to achieve. In electrochemical grinding, there is a little contact between the wheel and the workpiece, while eliminates the tendency of the workpiece to warp as it might with the orthodox grinding. So this is mentioned by the in the one of the literature. Okay, but the main drawback of this electrochemical grinding, it is a loss of accuracy. Okay, when the inside corner are ground, okay, because of the electric field effect, radii better that between better than 0.25 to 0.37 mm can still down be achieved. And the reason for this problem is that point of highest pressure of the electrolyte is the wheel corner. However, the high speed grinding benefits both inside and outside corner. Okay, the surface finish produced varies from zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.3 micron depending on the metal being machined and abrasive grid size as well as the wheel speed, feed rate. Okay, for better surface quality, if finish pass at a low voltage of 3 to 5 volt and a relatively high speed up to 250 to 500 mm per minute, it is recommended. So this is again reported by the one of the researcher. Okay, now let us discuss about the application. The electrochemical grinding process is particularly effective for different applications in that machining parts made from the difficult to cut material such as sintered carbide, creep resisting that inconel or pneumonic alloys, titanium alloys, and metallic composites. So for that purpose also we can use electrochemical grinding. Then applications similar to milling, grinding, cutting off, sawing, and tool and cutter sharpening also. So production of tungsten carbide cutting tool, fragile parts, and the thin walled tubes. For that also we can go for the electrochemical grinding. Removal of the fatigue cracks from the steel structure under seawater. Okay, in such application, holes about 25 mm in diameter in steel 12 to 25 mm thick have been produced by electrochemical grinding at the end of the fatigue cracks to stop further development of the crack and to enable the removal of the specimens for the metallurgical inspection. Then again, it is used for producing specimens from the metal fatigue and tensile test. Then machining of the carbide and variety of high strength alloys, we can prefer electrochemical grinding process. The process is not adapted to cavity sinking and therefore it is unsuitable for the die making industry. So these are the advantages, so applications of electrochemical grinding. Let us highlight some advantages also. So here absence of work hardening, then elimination of the grinding burrs, absence of distortion of thin fragile or thermosensitive parts. This technique gives good surface quality. Again, we can produce narrow tolerances. Okay, so for during this process, we'll get the long life for the grinding wheel. Okay, so these are the some advantages. Let us discuss some disadvantages also. So for this process, higher capital cost is required than the conventional machines. Now this process is limited to the electrical conductive materials. Okay, and this is corrosive nature of electrolyte it is used. So in for this process requires disposal and filtering of the electrolyte because we are reusing that electrolyte. So this is about today's lecture. For watching more videos, please follow us and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.